I would like to introduce a book to you by visiting the setting on which it took place. Let's see if you might have a guess as to who the book character is and the title of the book. Where are we? What place is this? What city and state are we? Who were the first people to live on this land? Who were their neighbors? What did they experience? What was happening in our nation, and who was the United States President? Who lived here? When was this house built? How many people might have lived here? How many people shared this land and dwelling? How many people shared this land, and what foods were prepared here? How did they heat this cabin? Were there any modern conveniences? Do you see any light switches? Was it cold in the winter time? How long did the people live in here? What kinds of things did they store? Was there plumbing? Who lived here? When was this house built? Did they move here from the log cabin? Did that same family live here? Where did they come from? And who else shared this land? Whose hands crafted the woodwork on this door and turned this same doorknob? How many people shared this dwelling? Was there electricity? How did they use these rooms? What daily chores were done here? What special skill or service did the father of the family provide? What were the people like that lived here? Was the main character of this book someone you'd want to choose for a friend? What meals were prepared here? Who were the visitors that sat around the table? How did the person live in the community during this time period? How did they live against traditional norms to stand apart from everyone else? What adventures did this person experience? What dreams did they dream as they looked out the windows? What livestock was raised here? What did this person do to help their family survive? What conflicts did they encounter, and what hardships did they go through? What sadness did they experience, and how did this impact how they raised their youngest daughter? Here we are at the Caddywood Lawn Historical Park in Menominee, Wisconsin. Here we will find out more about who Caddy was. On this site, during the Civil War, Caroline Augusta Woodhouse, known throughout the world as Caddy Woodlawn, experienced the excitement of growing up in Pioneer, Wisconsin. Her tomboy adventures with her two red-headed brothers and her fearless trust in the Indians who lived nearby were faithfully recorded by her granddaughter, Carol Rowley Brink, in her book Caddy Woodlawn, and in its sequel Magical Melons. In 1935, Caddy Woodlawn received the coveted Newbery Award Medal as the most distinguished children's book of the year. It has since become a classic read by thousands of children throughout the nation and translated into more than 10 foreign languages. Somewhere within the present park area, Mary, one of the 8 children of the John V. Woodhouse family, is buried in an unmarked grave. Nearby stands the Woodhouse home, which was moved in 1970 from the original site about 300 yards to the east. January of 1940, Caddy died in Idaho at the age of 86. We can discover more about Caddy's granddaughter, who listened to her grandmother tell the stories of growing up here in this very house and on this land. The pictures of Caddy and her family give us a glimpse of who they were. As we read the book, we'll learn more about who Caddy Woodlawn was and what kind of life she experienced in 1864 and who she interacted with here in this place. The 1936 Newbery Award-winning book, Caddy Woodlawn, is a true story of a family's pioneer existence and insights into how life was lived in a small Wisconsin village where life and death situations arose regularly. It shows how conflicts occurred and misperceptions arose as the pioneers arrived and took over this place where the Native Americans had lived before. The tale of Caddy and her siblings helps us to understand this time and place in history and those that came before us. There are still questions about these people from the past. Let's take a journey now back in time and read the book to find out more.